It's week 3 of the Wisdom for Confident and Fluent English in 1 Year series, and we'll be looking at text number 3 in this book, Your True Home, The Everyday Wisdom of Thich, Nhat, Hanh, to bring insight and understanding to your life and to your English, because English is a part, perhaps a very important part, of your life. Understanding more deeply brings true confidence to whatever we do. Confidence isn't something you can buy. It's the result or the effect of paying attention, cultivating focus and concentration, lightening our heart, and smiling, even to our own difficulties, and being kind to ourselves and to others. Are you ready? Let's get started. If you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and invite the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video to bring more awareness and depth to your English language learning. And if you're new here, my name is Tanya Meyer and I'm an English as a foreign language teacher to adults, specializing in mindfulness practices to help bring clarity, joy, and understanding to your English language acquisition and use in real life situations. Mindfulness is the practice of stopping and looking more deeply, which is instrumental in becoming more skillful at whatever we want to do. And it is from here, from a place of calm and spaciousness, that we can really transform our English skills. This week's topic is called miracles. As usual, we'll read it together twice. The first time, just to help you warm up your English brain and tongue. And the second, so that you have the opportunity to practice producing English, paying attention to its natural rhythm and cadence, the stressed and the weak syllables, and trying to read at my same pace as much as you're able. As usual, a quick reminder here that we are reading the words of a Zen Buddhist monk, and so of course all the texts will be permeated with Buddhist teachings, but you do not need to be Buddhist to benefit from these texts. You can use these texts to become a better whatever religion you already might be. Or even if you consider yourself agnostic or non-religious, you can still benefit from these texts, because the way I see them is from a secular perspective. I myself do not call myself Buddhist when people ask me what my religion is, but I do live a Buddhist lifestyle. So don't let this word get in the way of us looking at the message, okay? Stay with me. Now, for this text, we do have a few items of vocabulary that I'd like to explore before looking at the text itself. So first we have a phrasal verb that means to suddenly appear unexpectedly or to jump out in a surprising way, to come into being, to blossom or to flower. Can you guess what it is? Yes. To burst forth. So to burst means to explode like a balloon, and some common collocations with burst include burst into laughter or burst into tears, which is when there's an explosion of laughter or of tears. And forth means forward, and it's an old-fashioned word that we wouldn't really use on its own anymore. But in the context of to burst, it continues to be a word we use today. So exploding forward, giving the idea of constant movement and surprise. For example, the camellias have burst forth in all their floppy glamour. Next, we have a verb that means to think about very carefully, to reflect, and to contemplate. Do you know what it is? Yes, to ponder, to ponder. We ponder to consider all angles, especially before making a decision or reaching a conclusion. For example, the team pondered their chances of success. And finally, to make a big effort and have difficulty handling or coping with something. Do you know what it is? Yes, to struggle, to struggle. We might struggle to pass an exam or to understand people and situations. For example, they had to struggle against all kinds of adversity. Okay? So now, let's look at the text. Remember to read out loud with me. Are you ready? 3. Miracles. Around us, life bursts forth with miracles. A glass of water, a ray of sunshine, a leaf, a caterpillar, a flower, laughter, raindrops. If you live in awareness, it is easy to see miracles everywhere. Each human being is a multiplicity of miracles. Eyes that see 1,000 colors, shapes, and forms. Ears that hear a bee flying or a thunderclap. A brain that ponders a speck of dust as easily as the entire cosmos. A heart that beats in rhythm with the heartbeat of all beings. When we are tired and feel discouraged by life's daily struggles, we may not notice these miracles, but they are always there. Okay, and so now let's read it again, because practice makes perfect. 3. Miracles. Around us, life bursts forth with miracles. A glass of water, a ray of sunshine, a leaf, a caterpillar, a flower, laughter, raindrops. If you live in awareness, it is easy to see miracles everywhere. Each human being is a multiplicity of miracles. Eyes that see 1,000 colors, shapes, and forms. Ears that hear a bee flying or a thunderclap. A brain that ponders a speck of dust as easily as the entire cosmos. A heart that beats in rhythm with the heartbeat of all beings. When we're tired and feel discouraged by life's daily struggles, we may not notice these miracles, but they are always there. What is your understanding of this week's text? Practice your writing skills and write your ideas in the comments below. Here are my reflections. You know, there is so much going on around us that we don't appreciate. In psychology, we learn about the pleasure principle, which basically means that we are conditioned to run after everything which gives us pleasure and to avoid everything that we dislike. But there's also the reality of neutral feelings, sensations, and ideas that we don't normally pay any attention to at all. In other words, if they are neutral, like our breathing, for example, our breathing, unless we have a problem with our breathing, where we're finding it difficult to breathe, we just take our breathing for granted. It's just there. It's something that happens. Or the fact that our stomach is digesting food, or that our blood is circulating, that our hormones are working. All of these things are neutral in the sense that we are not conducting those phenomena. We are not making that happen. That's just something that takes place because we are here, and so we just don't pay any attention. For example, I don't have a toothache right now, or I'm sitting in an ergonomic chair. So I'm talking about the basic feelings of non-pain, comfort, warmth, lack of hunger, right? All of these are neutral things that we don't pay any attention to. But when we do, when we stop to appreciate them, they can become sources of great joy that nourish us very deeply. So next time you go out for a walk, even if it's for a very short distance, instead of going from where you are to where you want to go and allow the mind to just run wild and free, see if you can slow down and notice what is around you. Is it a street in the city, or are you in the countryside? Is it near the ocean, perhaps? And if so, can you sense the saltiness in the air? Are there any trees around you? Can you hear birds singing? What does the sky look like? Are there any clouds? So shifting our attention in this way from our regular thinking about this or that as we walk from A to B, so that's not being together with our body, mind and body not together when the body is walking and the mind is thinking. So embodying our mind and looking up into the sky or what is going on around us in that moment is being truly present and giving ourselves the opportunity to acknowledge the miracles that are happening every day at every moment. These miracles bring a great deal of joy and freedom to our experience. It is through joy and freedom that we are much more likely to be successful in whatever we try to do, including making progress with our English. Allow the miracle of your ability to learn and improve to be highly fertile nourishment for the confidence and fluency you want to gain. Meantime, feel free to add any comments to my associations in the comment box below, because I'd really love to hear from you. And if you're ready to join a like-minded community within an ongoing English training program that supports you along your learning path, check out all the links in the description box. Remember, you can download your own copy of my free guide, How to Revolutionize Your English, 8 Steps for Success, full of tips and suggestions that you can implement straight away. And I'll see you in the next video for week 4. Remember to invite the bell to be notified when I upload it. Take very good care until then. Bye for now.